don't go crazy, 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 don't go crazy.
Sting, the musician.
No. Something far more obscure.
Whoa. Produce.
It was produced and directed.
What the fuck?
Whoa!
Hello. Visual design, sexy inertia.
Yeah, that was actually one of the more
Turn
interesting
left!
things
Get
about...
into battle!
That was actually one of the more interesting things about the first game, though I'm going to show it on the next dungeon run. And by the way, we're playing Baroque. Not really playing Baroque, but we're seeing the opening of the original.
Well, okay, never mind.
It's something alright.
It started to turn on something from Species.
It really did. Everything's melting!
I'm getting steampunk / Final Fantasy 6 vibes. Anybody else?
I've never played 6, so I wouldn't know.
Hey, you don't even have to play 6. Just watch someone do 6. That's for another discussion.
Suddenly it's Borderlands!
Go.
Hello!
Beats Fallout.
Yeah.
Rick, punch it with your... That thing had...
It's a Sarlacc. It's a flying Sarlacc. Wow.
It's got breasts.
Yes, that's another thing. The original was a little bit more edgy when it comes to that. You remember the little fat ladies? In original, they had nipple piercing. That's something.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how we are going to be doing the dungeons from now on. Basically, I'm going to be speeding up through every floor that I have already been to. Except I'm going to show off I'm going to stop every time I talk to somebody or have a cutscene or something. That way, we're going to save a lot more time.
It's that because there's always something interesting. It's never done the same or something like that.
Let's say it like that. The exploration of the first 5 floors does not take too much time. However, floors get bigger over time. And with where you find people, it's always on the same floors. However, because the floors change, they're never in the same spot. So, for example, in Pikmin, where there were randomly generated dungeons, you would have some floors that were always exactly the same.
Stay
away.
She's shy.
Did that wall just phase into existence?
Kind of looks like it. Yes, you're absolutely correct, Darsix.
Don't come near me. Bring back the consciousness orbs.
You have 2 of them above your head. And now,
She has antenna.
a very important thing about this game: items. You can send the items to the outer world, aka to the item collector boy, by throwing them into consciousness orbs. However, some of them are somewhat hidden. Like, for example, here, there are 2 of them above my head. So I have to aim it, and it gets transferred. And now, it's important to always transfer items that you haven't yet registered in your item collection. You can see it there.
Holy hell!
There are 2 of them. And what's also really weird, sometimes it's not going to register when you throw it. You actually have to throw it one to one consciousness orb and another one to another consciousness orb. It's really weird how they did that. But right now I'm looking for another item to throw. because, as I stated before, the more items you have in your collection screen, the more items you can then throw in there. You're always going to find consciousness orbs on the same floors, same as with characters.
They just might be in the same spot.
They're going to be in the rooms in which they are always going to have the same structure. You see, I have to wait for it, and yes. It doesn't really matter whether or well, if you're just planning to play through this game, I think you see there in the box
Why
it
does
said
the music remind me of Parasite Eve?
it's from Drakengard.
Oh.
Damn it. Why does that not surprise me? I knew I recognized it. I knew I fucking recognized it.
I said it's fitting.
It is very fitting. I knew I fucking recognized it.
And what's really interesting with like if you put Drakengard's theme, and by the way, I now got a fire sword. It causes fire damage. Fire is actually the best of all elements to have on your sword, as they will teach you right now.
Do you know about Longneck?
He's the man that starts crying when he sees the cultivating fluid.
Jesus Christ.
He was one of
Forgot about
us
that.
back then.
I wonder why he ran away.
They are interesting.
Oh, hot, 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 hot.
Stop it! Animate beings.
Like us are weak against fire.
That's why you want to have a fire sword.
Oh, they react to it. That's cool.
Yes, if you hit them with
Throwing imitation wings, eh?
The damage and throwing range are fairly decent.
yeah, they will tell you the throwing effect of an item.
Throwing swords is effective.
You can't throw them very far, but they do a hefty amount of damage.
However, if you throw an item, it's almost always going to be destroyed.
Oh, kinda like
we don't
God
need
hand.
that now.
We don't need to give it back.
There is only one item that does not get destroyed,
Oh, hot, hot, hot.
and that is that is a shockwave sword.
Stop it! Animate beings.
Shut
Like
up.
us are weak against fire.
Shut up your face.
That's smarts.
Oh, by the
Are
way,
you not
real quickly,
equipped with
Josh,
a sword?
Are you not
Don't
equipped
give
with
this
swords?
hooligan any helpful information.
Don't give this hooligan any useful information. That is pretty hilarious.
Josh,
What?
I'm just real quickly. I'm one-shotting elementals with Orin.
Good lord.
I'm overkilling elementals with Orin.
God damn, Warren!
He is the shit. And back to the game.
Yeah, you also get different. You also get them to say different things whenever you use a regular sword, or for example, if you have a lightning sword or ice sword, or for example, a lightning ice sword or fire ice sword and stuff like that. It's incredible.
Well, how's
It's
work?
well, you can put more elements onto your sword by using parasites. You can have a let's say there is a parasite called Aya, and there is another parasite called Eve. You rub them against one another, and then you get third birthday.
What?
An awkward boner.
You can basically fuse two parasites with one another by, for example, a fire parasite and a electric parasite, and put them on a ice sword, and so you have 3 elements on one sword,
No, the
and it's all going to add more damage to it.
The funny thing is, before you said that, I was I was starting a sentence. It's like, are these? And I stopped myself from making a Parasite Eve joke.
I can read your mind, apparently.
And you went ahead and did it anyway.
Indefinite.
Yes, actually, with boxes at this point, you want to keep all of them and not open them.
Oh, they get better on subsequent things, but they don't. They.
Not exactly. Indefinite box only contains something like a piece of flesh or a heart or a really basic item. There is one character, however, either on this floor or the next floor. I don't exactly remember. I made this video like 2 months ago. Who will give you? Oh wait.
Okay. Wow, that's red hair.
That's pretty rad.
Quick, where's Chugga Conroy?
It's a female version of you.
Tormented my heart. You don't remember? Oh, God. It was just a game to you? I see.
What?
So you were playing? Unbelievable. I'm not suffering anymore, but... Why? Why didn't you hold on?
Okay, couple things. One,
Trust me, all that makes sense
I don't even.
in the future.
Two, I can't fucking speak. And 3,
Persona!
4. $5 says that's the knowing this Japanese game, that's the sister we had an affair with. I'm right?
No, that makes you
You're
automatically
really
support.
close. You were really close onto something that is such an incredible spoiler for now that I'm not going to talk about it.
I knew it. In Japan, you never fail to go to creepy incest overtones.
And here there is also a consciousness orb. However, it's also above.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. So it's above the little hole you think it's supposed to be in, right?
Yes.
That's a
Well, actually, you can exactly see it in the cutscene.
that's a dick move.
Yeah. You find a lot more that are actually kind of obvious.
Wait, that summon was a clock.
No, that was a torturer.
Okay, but two things. One, yes, I said overtones, not undertones. I meant to say overtones. And 2,
Super speed, go!
that's a hilarious dick move in that you think it, and even if you see it, even though you saw it above in the cutscene, you think it'd be in the hole, right?
Well,
what she
first of all,
said.
you wouldn't think it. Well, it's interesting in that. Well, there are more consciousness orbs that are like, let's say, prepared for your use by the Order of Markov. And there are some that are hidden, like, for example, those by the redhead girl and those by the shy girl.
Ah.
It's a plot thing.
And you know what? I'm so curious to ask you what the whole deal is, why you say I'm somewhat on the correct path, but I really, really don't want to ask because whenever you or later on Josh thinks this game I've not played, I'm always curious to get the first reaction when we do these, you know? The entire time we did Eternal Darkness, I didn't look up anything on Eternal Darkness except for the names of the people.
Actually, you noticed something I just noticed that, well, you mentioned something and I just noticed it as you said it.
What the fact?
And it's actually incredibly relevant. It's so relevant, it's scary.
So in other words, you're saying that I'm in tune with the creepy stuff Japan puts out. That's horrifying on a number of levels.
Kind of, yes. And now I'm invincible because I have a brand. A good brand of jeans.
Which one? Pepsi? Coke?
He said jeans.
Oh, Diesel?
Don't know those. but brand is an ability that you put on yourself
It's the only
that will
I know.
they will there are really many brands. Like for example, there are pretty simple ones like healing brand that will restore more health, or stamina brand that will make
Lava.
it so
There's lava.
that your stamina goes down lower.
What in
And
the hell?
this enemy is called Leros, and it's a horrible thing because it steals.
Oh, I hate these. I hate these. I remember.
They are the worst things because they can actually steal your plot thingamajiggies.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Yes, plot items are not safe from stealing.
Yeah, but since you can restart the plot over and over again, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it is really awesome.
So if you don't protect your plot stuff, you'd have to go through the whole thing. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, you can chase after them, and then once you kill them, you'll get it back.
That's actually really interesting.
Yes. Also, your plot stuff is not safe from all the bad things that can happen to your inventory. And here I'm restoring all my equipment because it was degraded.
Here's a
You
quick.
can find.
No, do we know?
You can find equipment that is actually, like for example, let's say, leather coat is has +2 defense, but you can find a leather coat that is +1 defense, and if you give it to the Cursebringer Angel, he's going to bring it back to +2 defense.
Oh.
Also, some enemies can destroy your equipment, making it low, making its defense lower, making its attack lower.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes.
Do we know the hero's name off the top of my?
It's never mentioned in the game.
Okay. Then.
However, it's mentioned in the manga. However, for now, it does not.
Your me got stolen.
It's important. Me, myself, and I are important.
Now,
And I'm running.
Well, you're
after-
missing me, so good luck.
now here.
Me is actually one of the most useful things you can have because it basically lets you keep. If you me brand something, you can put the me brand on an item, on any item, and it will make it so that it comes back to the.
I just came across something blue and fat and round.
I don't even know.
It's me brand makes it so that your item returns to the first floor once you start over the dungeon again. So it's basically like saving up a consciousness orb.
That's nice. As I was going to say, so we don't know his name at the moment.
We never know it.
So
It was only said in the manga.
is the manga canon?
It takes a little bit of a different approach, and I didn't read it all because it wasn't yet translated fully into English.
But is it considered canon by the creators of the game?
I believe so.
Okay, so either way, barring that, we'll separate it on our own. Imagine, if you will, going off my earlier statement, that this is actually kind.
There are actually a lot of similarities to him. Way too many.
See?
So this is partly a prequel to Nier, is what you're saying.
This is the proper sequel to.
Yes, exactly.
See, he's mute. He wants to kill everything. He likes the fire, and his dead sister wants to bone him still.
Yeah, and what's
I know I'm a little off the path, but god damn it, there's a lot you can read into it.
wait
Damn it!
until
How did
wait
you do
until
that?
the
Shit.
the ending we get at in the next episode.
And the chick at the ending that don't go crazy is Mana.
She's actually more like a watcher.
Okay, then Okay, then the giant space lady.
What?
The
No, yeah, actually, yes, that's exactly what she is. She's the god.
The
Absolute
worst-
god.
the worst part is there are parallels you can make like that. I'm wrong.
Are you shitting me?
I am wrong. I am so wrong. I know I am. I'm off base on a couple things, but the similarities and the arguments you can make for it are incredibly weird that you can do.
Right in a trainer, and she just
Oh,
used
and also something I should mention about throwing items.
me for the first gym.
About throwing items. This is another really interesting mechanic in this game.
Is
Because,
there that instantly kills the enemies?
yes,
Oh, no,
but
no.
wait, there are so many. There is so much depth to that. Every item has a throwing effect. It may be just damage, but some of them will, for example, oh, this is the guy I was mentioning earlier when I was talking about earlier when it comes to the boxes.
Where is this power that the false angels found?
The
Please
box
tell me if you
bearer.
know. I need it.
Yes.
I needed to reunite what's
Means she's
inside
a
this
woman.
box. Am I to die
Sorry.
too? Am I to die too?
So basically, you give him boxes and he gives you another boxes.
Oh yeah,
The
box.
point is, you can give him.
You're going to give me a box? I'm overjoyed. I'll give this to you as a token of my gratitude.
And he may give you something worse or something better.
Die too? You're going to
I
give me a
cut
box?
out
I'm
most of it.
overjoyed. I'll give this to you as a token of my gratitude.
And this is the game breaker. Addition box.
It sounds awesome.
It is as awesome as it gets. What it does, it basically lets you copy any item there is in a game.
Wow. Quick question though. Are you ever going to use growing wings? If you
There,
say yes, that's all.
Yet another game I do not. I am in the.
I don't. I
I'm
do
in the
use
fog.
wings a lot, but there are no growing wings. There are growing swords. There are growing. There are growing coats, but there are no growing wings. Sadly.
It's the song from the B ending of Dragon.
Oh, I know.
Jar 6.
Oh.
It's that. It's
Hello.
I thought you were killed. Thanks to the Archangel. Look at me. Purify me. I can't stand to suffer in this confinement coffin any longer. I'm sure the other Coriel members are locked away somewhere else. Purify me. At least, I want to die by your hands.
You're going to.
Oh look, it's a newer.
If the Debar wasn't interrupted by the Archangel, it wouldn't have turned out this way.
So we get more of the plot. And actually, all of those, there's total of 11 of them. All of them are absolutely missable. And I miss out on 4 of them.
No.
Because I just couldn't find them.
Does it affect the ending horribly?
No, it does not affect the ending at all.
Oh, so these are just the reason they're entirely missable and why it's okay is that they're honestly just plot.
Yes, there are additional plots.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's not required for you to talk to any of them.
But if you do, you get a little more on the plot. And
Yes, you learn stuff from that.
well, fuck that. But no, it's a newer, isn't it? That-
No. There are more Coriel members than that.
No, it's just him fractured. That's all.
No.
Yeah.
And here, summon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a stupid idea. That's hell.
Huge. I would be too if I were dragged from my home to a fucking room.
Yeah, they can attack one another. They can cause status effects to one another. As I said before, there is friendly fire. They will not fight against one another though, but
Unlike skeletons in Minecraft.
you can, however, make them fire projectiles at one another or attack one another.
Awesome. Oh, kind of like God Hand?
Kind of. Or like here, one shoots into the whole group.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's for some reason didn't register. Me walking on fire.
Shut up. Take it. When the game is good, when the game cheats in your favor, love it. When the game cheats in their favor, bitch about it constantly.
And here, something that is more of a curse than a good thing. Those enemies that spin like a carousel, they will drop traps.
Oh fuck!
Those traps, when they are killed, they are going to drop them. Those traps either turn your regular items into food, or your food items into other items. It's absolutely random, and it may turn out really good for you.
Food to wreck would be awesome.
It may, however, turn out horribly, and this is one of the consciousness orbs that was prepared by the Order of Malkuth. So this one is really obvious that you can throw something into it.
And like I said, food to items can be pretty awesome. Items to food can dick you over.
On my last dungeon run, I had my sword turned into meat 4 times.
Oh my god.
Other 2 times it was vaporized. Another time it was turned into rotten flesh.
Oh,
One time it was turned in out of those. One time it was a rotten heart.
Oh man.
As I said, this can also happen to anything. Like for example, if you have a plot device item,
oh no,
it can also turn into a piece of meat. That is hilarious.
That's where you shout to this guy, Jesus! Why have thou forsaken me?